where at first it was just honestly Okarun getting chased by him and that damn soccer ball. I felt like I was watching a Subway Surfers match on crack. Like, Brody, he slapped your girl. Swing on him. Yes, I know. A Mr. Persistent video in 2025? None of you expected it. This is the equivalent of a Fortnite event in 2018. You can't miss it, because you never know the next time it finna happen. But excuse my 6-month absence and get ready for another banger. Let's get right into it. Alright, so DanDaDan Season 2 finally dropped, and you know your boy had to cover it. With the first thing we gotta acknowledge is how they went back to back with these damn openings. Triple platinum in the streets got me moving like this. And hot take, the second opening is better than the first one. If you disagree, then we can throw the gloves on and throw down. I am not playing. As we skip a bit forward to see this scene right here where my boy Gigi gets possessed by the evil eye. Like, bro got hit with the oldest trick in the book, Talk no Jutsu. Had him feeling sorry for this little spirit. And for a bit of context, they are underground the house that Gigi was living in, with a Mongolian worm underneath it that causes people to delete themselves, and this weird ass family that would sacrifice kids to it. I know, it's pretty crazy, but you gotta remember we're talking about DanDaDan here. Half the scenes the main character somehow end up half naked like it's a Diddy party. But now that we're all on the same page, let's get into these diabolical hands that the evil eye was giving out like candy. Because he immediately turns around, Spartan kicking Momo into this wall, and pins her up against it with his feet all up her and everything. Had my girl Momo wincing, cause I know that shit stank. Then the worm tries to third party them just for the evil eye to block it with ease. The same worm that he was sacrificed to as an offering over 200 years ago. So you know he had to lock in and get it back in blood. So Brody spawns into this soccer ball made out of tormented souls of the past, and the evil eye must have been feeling like Cristiano Ronaldo, because he sends this absolute rocket right at the worm with no regard for human life. Like, this man was really stringing together one of the nastiest combos I've ever seen with a soccer ball. Looking like he was out there playing rematch. You are not the #1 striker, my guy.
Correct, you egoist.
But the worm had enough and decided to hit a dash, and I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to get beat up by a guy in his underwear either. Like, you're weird. And this dude didn't even think twice before turning back towards Momo, launching his soccer ball at Mach speeds, making Momo have to defend herself using her psychic hands. Then the evil eye flash steps to the side of her while she was busy with the ball and hits Momo with this uppercut from the depths of hell, knocking the sonic rings right out of her. Probably got a pinch of CTE too. And I swear, I had to clean my glasses to make sure I was seeing things right, because for a second I thought John Jones was a part of DanDaDan, but nah, the evil eye is just also really good at abusing women. As Momo looks up to see this man charging up the most vile kick he's thrown so far, and bro, just look at her face. This is the face of someone who knows they're absolutely cooked, looking like that one dog meat. Now, before she could get turned into an absolute abomination that the looks maxing community will clown on, Okarun intervenes with this perfect parry right in the nick of time, entering this head-on clash with the soccer ball. Like, this probably how every other player is going to describe how those Messi vs Ronaldo games were 20 years down the line. It's not that serious, I promise you. But on a real note, Okarun really just like me, because when the HUDs are in danger or anywhere near me, I get a +20 boost to all my attributes, aka the Jordan Poole effect. Because literally 20 minutes prior to this, Bro was slumped on the floor looking like he had one too many shots of tequila. Heard his girl was in danger and immediately got revived like this. Oh my God. But moving on, Okarun gets Momo to safety, where he proceeds to launch her back up to the surface so that she could go get back up, which meant that it was finally time for the evil eye and Okarun to run the ones. Where at first it was just honestly Okarun getting chased by him and that damn soccer ball. I felt like I was watching a Subway Surfers match on crack. Like, Brody, he slapped your girl. Swing on him. He dodges this uppercut and weaves the ground slam, hopping up onto this wall, jumping off of it, countering with a double punch, inflicting literally no damage. And I swear, every time he does this attack, it reminds me of Superman flying. Like, Brody really said, up and away.
I mean, look at you, looking dumb, looking real dumb right now. Look at you, stupid. You're dumb. You're dumb.
But the evil eye proceeds to carry this man half across the map, smashing him through this wall, then gets hit with this double kick from behind, counters with this spinning back fist that Okarun ducked like he pressed down on the keypad. And what he does next is something I have never seen in a boxing match. Instead of weaving and hitting him back, he makes full eye contact with this man, proceeds to turn 90 degrees and hits the dash. Like, what happened to the game I love? This is not boxing. I mean, my
disappointment
is immeasurable.
Except the evil eye was not gonna let that slide. He started chasing him down like he was LeBron. Hall of Fame chase down artist on lock, cornering Okarun against his wall where he weaves out the way again. Except this time he pulled a page out of Yamcha's playbook, controlling his soccer ball to absolutely clobber Okarun from behind. Wait. Not like that. I mean, it looks like it though, because he had his mouth wide open and everything before getting absolutely pummeled into the ground and proceeded to charge up his next attack looking like this. And Okarun barely weaves out the way, but you know for a fact his life flashed before his eyes looking at this big brolic man about to crush his skull in two like a watermelon. Moving on though, we reach the climax of this fight where the evil eye entraps Okarun in this cursed house, proceeding to enter it himself. And you already know, my boy Okarun was sweating bullets because he was stuck in the phone booth with a certified killer, with his only way out being to fight. But we know he doesn't do that. So he just starts getting absolutely beat to a pulp, getting hit with every combination possible. I thought I was watching Mike Tyson out there. But then when I saw Okarun's arm go limp, I was looking at my screen like,
he's already dead.
I mean, this shit was just tragic. I even shed a tear. But then what we get next made me sit up in my chair because this man Okarun is getting beat up and simply just says,
You's a freaky ass nigga!
like, bro, couldn't you just have done that from the start before he turned your face into a punching bag? But nonetheless, I was hyped as my boy started hitting this man with these weak ass double punch jumps. Brody really went from Superman to Mario, hitting him like he was one of those 10 coin blocks. I'm sick, proceeding to knock him out cold with this last double punch jump. So last time we left off with Okarun knocking the evil eye out colder than when Jake Paul knocked out Nate Robinson, while Momo was up top trying to stop the volcano from turning the entire town into a burnt potato chip, taking the dead worm's body, using it as a hose to stop the lava. Like she really said rest in peace, using her dead op's body as a damn fire hydrant. I'm sick. But she gets interrupted midway, getting donkey kicked from behind, and I know for a fact Momo is gonna be walking funny after that one. Scoliosis and everything, as the entire Kito family pulls up on her talking straight freaky. Why don't you be a good little girl and come with us? You're gonna love what we do to you.
Fuck no, baby!
As they all started charging at her to make Momo their next sacrificial lamb, but the wannabe Ip Man priest pulls up to save her. And I take that back. He doesn't look like Ip Man. This mother looks like Anthony Davis, but nonetheless his pull-up was tough, so we can let it slide. And Momo tried to put out the lava a second time, but to no surprise she gets stopped again by something familiar, as we see the evil eye pull up on straight demon timing, immediately squad wiping the entire Kito family, looking like a damn Dark Souls boss, proceeding to whip out this Armand Sarukian axe kick on the freaky grandma, breaking her arm with ease. And I'm not even sure how my boy got back to the surface, because he was underground taking a power nap. Brody moving like William Afton, because he always comes back. And the priest lands a clean kick to his face, but he recovers just as quick, dribbling him off the ground like a basketball. Tries following up with another ground slam, but gets saved by Momo before getting turned into a pancake. And you just gotta love DanDaDan, because this is one of the only shows that will have a character doing all of this in their underwear. But on the contrary, if I was getting cooked by a dude half naked in his underwear, I would have hung my jersey up in the rafters like Peter Parker in Spider-Man 2. Now the evil eye wasn't messing around though, because he tries taking their heads off with his soccer ball, which looked more like a 50 cal sniper shot. Then Momo looks up to see him getting ready to send her to a Juice WRLD concert, but gets bumped out the way as a freaky grandma pulls up, landing this karate punch straight to the evil eye's liver. But he was left unfazed, looking at her with straight bloodlust. If I was here, I would have skedaddled right on the spot, because
this nigga is crazy.
As Momo and the priest start hitting these tag team combos, hitting this slide cancel into a leg sweep so that they can subdue him with her hands, except they forgot that his soccer ball had Bluetooth installed, coming in at 100 miles per hour, breaking him free. And not even a second later, he kicks the priest in the face, launching him into this tree, spitting blood out and everything. I know his back is blown out.
Pause.
But after all that, things just started getting hectic, with the alien from last season pulling up to defend Momo, who also pulled up in the V, just straight flexing on these brokies, as we see this beam of light appear, revealing the one and only Yeet. Nah, I'm just playing. It was just my girl Seikko pulling up like the royal delivery from Clash Royale. And I know you see how bad she is. Like, I do not care if she is 40 years older than me. She can go ahead and groom me all she wants.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
And speaking of anime characters not looking their age, to all the mangakas out there, can we please let the trope where a character clearly looks like a 12-year-old but is somehow canonically 10,000 years old die out? Like, you can't fool me.
I know what kind of man you are.
But But moving on, Seikko wasted no time and immediately got to boxing with the evil eye, just absolutely clocking this man in the head with her metal bat. I know my boy seeing stars out there. How many fingers am I holding up? Seikko weaves his head kick, then the evil eye jumps over a sweeping attack, counters with this ground slam that barely misses her, then they start going blow for blow with each other. Like, this is the game I love. This is how Okarun versus the evil eye should have went, and I know he won, but let's be honest, that shit was a Mickey Mouse victory. Moving on though, Seikko was over here like, where we see the beam of light shine over my boy Taro. Like, Brody wanted to be theatrical so bad as he gets into his Usain Bolt running stance with that absolute I'm sorry. I just had to say it.
You need to leave.
Jokes aside, he bolts straight for the evil eye like there was no tomorrow. Same way I be moving when Shawty tells me she's home alone, as he gets absolutely shattered into a million pieces. Almost had me shed a tear, until I realized this was all part of the plan. Because Taro starts reconstructing himself onto the evil eye's body, looking like an Iron Man suit up scene straight out of the Avengers, successfully capturing him. But fast forward to the end of the episode, Momo keeps her promise to save Okarun and finally reunites with him, where Okarun almost fumbled the bag because he trips and accidentally hugs Momo, which had me looking at my screen thinking that he had just went offsides. But after looking at the VAR, the goal was not overturned because she proceeds to hug him back. And in the great words of Jinxie, my boy is in there like swimwear. Alright, so we left off last time on episode 4 where Seikko pulled up to successfully capture the evil eye, using Taro's body as a walking prison, while Okarun almost fumbled the bag, but came back harder on LeBron's hairline. Like, I do not know how Brody hit this shot, but nonetheless, he got me over here feeling like a proud father, doing what I never could. And after the whole incident, they took my boy Gigi back to Seikko's house, where she was repeating this chant over him, trying to perform an exorcism. Like, they should have just got Uncle Ruckus to do this. He would have had the evil eye packed up and out of there real quick, because they were having no luck getting it to work. Instead, the evil eye was just trolling them after every attempt. So after that didn't work, they decided to gather around to have a feast. And can someone please tell me why the food looks so damn realistic? It's got me salivating by the mouth. Let me get a piece. Where this gotta be the most DanDaDan way of having a meal, because we got Momo and Ira arguing with each other as usual, while Okarun was nerding out, glazing the alien, trying to learn more about his planet. Like, get his meat out your mouth, little bro. He don't know you like that. But then they all tune into Seikko's conversation with the priest, talking about how they need to get a Hayashi performance to exercise the evil eye, and how due to Gigi's high spiritual power, he might not be able to get separated from him. So Brody was basically getting penalized for being a high rank. As we see Taro over here go to take a bite of his food, he jumps back looking like he just got sniped from 200 meters. And then all of a sudden, they hear Gigi's voice talking from behind the mask. Had them thinking they were going schizo. So to make sure it was really him, Taro opened up his face to reveal that it was actually LeBron James. Nah, I'm just playing. It was just his dumb Gigi making this dumb face. Like, if you don't sit your ass down, why are you smiling, my boy? You almost squad wiped your own team because a little boy hit you with Talk No Jutsu.
You stupid.
But long story short, hot water turns Gigi back to his normal mentally challenged self, while cold water turns him back into a genocidal maniac. So I think you know where this is gonna go. They gotta keep hot water on them at all times like a Glock with a switch on it, as Momo and Okarun immediately get to training, practicing throwing water out of their cup. Like, bro, this is not the Karate Kid. Wax on, wax off, not gonna work when you get curb stomped by the evil eye. Moving on though, we fast forward to the next day where the gang was driving to the hospital to visit Gigi's parents, and this is when I was certain that my boy Okarun was in there like swimwear, because he accidentally touches Momo's hand, proceeding to apologize, but Momo responds saying, nah, it's okay, I want your hand there.
Let's go home! Let's go home, ladies and gentlemen! Let's go home!
Like, Brody got the green light. Any shot he takes after this is a guaranteed green. If I were him, I would start pulling up from range like Steph Curry, because there is nothing you can do now to fumble the bag. And we cut to the scene with the Kito family being covered on the news, getting arrested for their crimes. That includes attempted murder, illegal confinement, arson, and theft. Like, these boys were never going to see the light of day again. You can get Jayoma on this case, and they are still finna get packed up. Just pray you don't drop the soap. Except the only one who escaped was the freaky grandma, who was running through the woods with her broken arm that was fighting for its life to stay attached. Then this is where things started getting freaky, because she starts grabbing at her head to remove her wig, and does the same with her face, throwing her mask away, revealing that she was really an alien, a really ugly one at that. Like, this mother looks like an anteater. But it makes sense that she was an alien considering she was over 200 years old and was fighting teenagers for the love of the game. Just an absolute menace. Now that was about it for the Kito family. As we cut back to Momo and Okarun at school, Momo grabs Okarun and Aira to tell them that she wants him to sleep over at her house so that they can keep an eye over Gigi just in case he goes full berserker mode, which have both of them talking about some, oh shit, if we really have to, then I guess we can. Man, this really sucks. I hate it, but I guess we have no choice. I mean, if y'all don't want to come, then we'll be there. Like, these two heard that they can all sleep under the same roof together, and those teenage hormones started kicking in instantaneously. I ain't no rookie. You can't fool me. We all know why y'all trying to go so bad.
You're not slick.
So they all pull up to Momo's house as planned, having another feast, eating dinner together, and Seikko asks Okarun to pass the soy sauce, which he does, but while doing so, he spills a drop of it, almost getting it on Gigi, with that dumbass smile on his face. But that smile was gonna get wiped off real quick, because Okarun gave Seikko the wrong thing, so he proceeds to give the soy sauce for real this time, spilling a drop again, except this time, it actually gets on Gigi, where he went from geek to locked in real quick, eviscerating the entire establishment. Like, they can't even eat a meal in peace.
Oh man, I can't have shit in this house.
So last time we left off with episode 5 where Okarun spilled a drop of soy sauce and Gigi went from geek to locked in real quick, destroying the entire ISA residence. Now fast forward to episode 6, we got the entire KISS rock band pulling up for the Hayashi performance, which was mentioned by the priest last episode talking about using the performance to exorcise the evil eye. But I said it in the last video and I'ma say it in this one. Y'all just gotta get the real MVP, Uncle Ruckus. He would've had him out in a jiffy. But these boys cut straight to their performance, just absolutely jamming out, and I can't lie, this shit was a banger.
And I know bangers. I know bangers.
I mean, look at how it had these three moving, had these dudes in a trance. Could have sworn they were listening to 2016 Uzi, my goat. Like they were going triple platinum in the streets, raising these spirits back to life to pack out the arena. Got more people watching and paying attention than a WNBA game. Like, no, Angel Reese, we do not care. We're only watching for Caitlyn. And can you blame me? I love the snow. Bro, and they had this man Gigi strapped back to the table like last time, and you can tell my man was out there struggling. Seikko flaming the fire, head bopping like there was no tomorrow. But then this man Gigi starts talking about some, please don't erase the evil eye. He was just a little kid who wanted to play with the others. That's so sad.
Shut your lame ass up, nigga.
Like, bro, what you mean all he wanted to do was play? Like, do you consider this playing? Cause it doesn't look like he's having fun. Personally, I agree with Little Yachty. Them kids, bro. But like a baddie she is, Seikko ends the performance and is like, the evil eye are slime now. We family for real. Have me over here shedding a tear. I take back whatever I said about you, Gigi. Whatever Seikko wants, Seikko gets. And immediately, Aira just starts complaining about how she doesn't want to keep taking care of him. Which Okarun steps in saying, I'ma start lifting so I can whoop that ass. If he ever come out again, don't even worry, twin. I got him. That one bar simultaneously rizzed up Momo and Aira. Like, being nonchalant really is the new meta to get in the huzz. Except when I do it, I just get called weird. What am I doing wrong? Fast forward to the next day where Seikko got Gigi on that Karate Kid training arc. Got him meditating, telling him to stay firm, but gets shoved to the ground by the slightest touch of her back. Like, are we serious right now, bro? Keep moving like that and you might even get folded like an omelet by Sakura.
Try.
Jokes aside though, if it wasn't obvious, Gigi is the archetype of character where they are a prodigy of the power system, because Seikko tells him that his spirit powers are off the chart, and if he locks in, he could control the evil eye on some Naruto Kuruma shit. And it makes sense. Brody is jacked and tall. Like, ref, do something. He gotta get nerfed alongside me and Marlin. No cap. And bro, can we just talk about how wholesome DanDaDan is? Lunar allegations out the way, which I do understand why the show gets it, but in the next segment, we see a little bit of Okarun and Gigi's friendship as they both wake up at night to use the bathroom, where Okarun helps him out the first time with warming up the water, that helps him out again putting all the cardboard back together so that none of the water droplets could get on him. Like, that's my guy! But Okarun was like, don't even worry about it. We're supposed to help each other out. Then talks about how that's what Seikko told him when he tried to repay her back for helping him out. Like, this is just peak, man. And I've read the manga and I can tell you kindness is a big message that continues to get pushed throughout the rest of the series, which I love to see because nowadays people are just dicks, man. So next time you go out, show some kindness to a stranger. Wholesome Mr. Persistent out. Anyways, I'm gonna go back to yelling and being an idiot now. As we cut to the next morning, we see Aira getting ready for their day with this patch
Patrick Bateman-ass morning routine. Okarun don't want you no matter how you look. I promise you, it's not that deep. But they eat lunch and head to school, and then this next part almost made me drop the show entirely because Momo is talking to her friends and says she wants to get a job. A job? You want to get a job? Mr. Persistent Squad, do not fall for this propaganda. We do not work around here. We claiming financial aid and welfare all day while we goon at home. So disregard what she just said. And in a moment, we're about to see what job she started. Because Momo's two friends start dragging him out of class, got these two girls with their phones out taking a pic, caught his ass in 4K.
This is 4K! How did they get you in 4K?
That ain't me.
Now, Okarun and their girls finally arrive to our workplace and is greeted by Momo in a maid outfit. Yeah, we indeed are not beating the Gooner allegation. But that about wraps things up. I know this was my shortest vid yet since I've been back, but not only have the last 2 episodes been a bit more of a slice of life, I've been a little under the weather this week, so I just honestly wanted to get this video out before it was too late. Didn't want to let you guys down, but regardless, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you go ahead and hit that sub button alongside the notification bell so you can stay tuned with my next 2 uploads coming up this week. And as always, stay persistent.